All right, so let's get into the news, the main news. Reminder, folks, I am local news now. You might be thinking, oh, I thought I was watching a podcast. You're not watching a podcast. You're watching local fucking news. So today, or rather yesterday, was the 24th straight day of protests in Elizabeth City over the police murder and the execution of Andrew Brown Jr. And this is a photograph of me. And so, as we can see, I'm here. You know, people are also here. And that's when I arrive. People are here. Again, I got a new cell phone. So the footage is like a little bit crisper. As again, I just want to showcase that's Max the dog. So I got a new cell phone. So now the footage, and I'm like, you know, I've been tweaking the settings. And by tweaking, I mean learning what the settings actually are. And so, you know, here we go. And then we get into the street, as you can see. People get out of the sidewalk and literally into the street, and people are preparing. They're preparing to march. And then we march. Isn't that crazy? It's out of control. And so we go basically the same route as yesterday, actually. I think identical, the same route as yesterday. So we go to Ehring House, which is the main road of commerce. And we go to all the way up until the Burger King. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We had this kid. I love this kid, by the way. This kid is amazing. Look at this one.
Andrew Brown. Andrew Brown. Andrew Brown.
I love that kid. I love that kid. That kid's amazing. Also, you'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it. All right. So we're about halfway here. And, you know, I decided to post an update on Twitter. As you can see, there's McDonald's. Now, again, I just want to say, like, most people are coming home from work at around 6 p.m. And so, like, when you kind of fuck up their ability to get fast food on the way home, you know, it does send a message. It says a message of 1, stop eating fast food, motherfucker. And it sends a message of 2, yeah, like, you know, police shot and killed someone in our neighborhood. Like, why aren't you upset about that? And so, like, you know, over the past couple of weeks, we've had, whenever we take Ehring House, which is this road, we have a couple of people. They get very upset by that. They get very, you know, we've had a couple people like yell at us, you know. And so, like, I don't know, people are addicted to fast food. It's crazy. And so we're about to turn around here. We usually go to this intersection and then we turn around. And so that's always entertaining. We actually walked a little bit longer than we did yesterday, and the cops started freaking the fuck out because they thought that we were changing up the schedule. And then we turned around anyway, and so that was really fun to watch. And so we continue to go back. This guy's having a good one, as you can see. I love this guy. This guy just gets so into it. Just like starts dancing around, waving his arms. You know, he's a pretty good guy. Were they perchance older white males, the people yelling at us and wanting their fast food? Yes, I think 100% of them were older white males. We've had like one non-white person yell at us, and it was not over fast food. It was over getting gasoline because their car was about to it was like running on empty. And they're like, the gas station's right there. You got to let me in. And then people are like, wah! And then, you know, they let her in. And so that's basically what happened there. But otherwise, yeah, it's typically older white males that get very upset at us preventing them from having fast food. So the cars are really loud here. As you can see, they get really loud. That's not the best video of it, but, you know, they get really loud. And I've been enjoying the cars getting really loud because, one, it gives us time it gives us time to like rest, and then also it's like also really loud and it echoes. And a lot of people have been posting in like group chats and stuff. A lot of people have been posting. The people on Facebook have been getting very upset by the honked cars. And so that's really great. That's great to hear. Because imagine you're stuck in the Taco Bell parking lot and you have to hear beep, 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 beep for fucking like 30 minutes straight. Like, wouldn't that be amazing? That's amazing. And so now this was also amazing. So we had the kid out of the sunroof. And I just love this kid. This kid's amazing. He was leading. I just like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I you know, sometimes I don't get the best videos because I'm just so in the moment. It's so incredible. I love this kid so much. He's been here, like, this is his, I think, second or third time coming to the protest, and he's just amazing. And so we walk all the way to the waterfront. And so now we're at the waterfront in this video. And so this was a really bizarre situation with this ambulance. It was like the noise wasn't on, right? So no one knew that they were coming. And then we just all kind of like jumped out of the way. So I don't know what was going on there, but it was kind of scary. But we made space for the emergency vehicle, of course. And so this part was pretty good. We had some, I still don't know how to zoom on this phone yet, by the way. I was going to like zoom in, but we have some like sheriff people over there. And so we started doing the chant, sheriff's deputies, you can't hide, you committed homicide. And then like we also have all their names. I don't know if they specifically were the ones over there, but we saw police hanging out at the police station. So we decided to troll them a little bit. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. And so yeah, then we wrap up. And that's basically the protest. It was very similar to yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Day 23, day 24 were very similar. But again, I thought it was pretty good. I literally only know how to zoom out on this new phone. I'm still learning, but you know, I'll get there. And so yeah, but yesterday was pretty good for the protesting. I'm gonna try to like figure out how to do it right now. Okay, so I tried to like use the zoom button and it just started like recording a video. Hold on, let me go into the settings menu. Scene optimizer. I don't know if that. Advanced recording options. High efficiency videos. Whoa, folks. Record videos in HEVC format to save space. You may not be able to play HEVC videos on other devices or share them online. Well, what the fuck's the point then? What? Okay. How do I zoom? That's not helping me. Shooting methods. Press volume keys. Okay, zoom in or out. Okay. Folks. I've got breaking news. I figured it out. Look at it. Woo! Look at that. Isn't that crazy? All right, we're good. All right, so I'll be able to zoom tomorrow, or rather today. I'll be able to zoom today, so don't worry about that. So anyway, we wrap up. People talk a little bit, and people, you know, decide to hang out for a little bit, and we have some conversations. That's one of the things I like about the protests is, you know, we protest for a couple hours, and then people get, you know, their little, you know, their little opinions. People say what they need to say, and we had some people say some very interesting things. But I don't like recording that because it's like I feel like it's a personal, like, organizational thing. And you know, the police especially don't need to know what people are saying. You know, after hours at nighttime, people don't need to know that stuff. That's unnecessary. That's behind the scenes information. But also we've got some interesting things being planned for this weekend, including next week, and so we'll see how that goes. I don't exactly know what's going to happen today, but I do know what's going to happen tomorrow, and tomorrow might be pretty interesting. We might have like an all-day event tomorrow, so we'll see. And yeah, so that was the 24th day of Andrew Brown protests, and we're gonna go for day 25, and we're gonna go for the 1-month record. And so like we'll see how that goes. And again, the goal of the protest right now is we are staging and trying to figure out and organize like more long-term organizational things and protesting options that are not just like marching in the streets, but also including marching in the streets. However, I think it's also important that we do make at least some sort of effort every day, even if it's the same thing every single day, or if it's like small enough, because that way it gets the momentum going. It keeps people organizing. It keeps people coming out. Because if you stop doing that, and if you say, hey, let's meet at someone's house or whatever, less people are going to come. That kind of the stuff. So it's been pretty good, and I hope the momentum is going to continue positively. I feel like we've hit a low point in the protests, and we're continuously rising from that low point. I would say the low point was earlier this week. I would say maybe Wednesday was the low point, and then Thursday was a little bit more, and then Friday was a little bit more. So I'm hoping that we continue to build momentum, and that Sunday is a big day, and that Monday we can continue having that kind of stuff. But either way, very successful day, I would say. And I had fun, and I hope people had fun. And, you know, we're getting the message out. And that's really the most important thing. So it's also important to note that we're costing the city money. But there was also, I want to talk about another thing. So when we were only doing the half the road bullshit that I was mentioning earlier this week, the city was very much so not taking a hit economically, and that's why they were trying to be so insistent that we only take half the road, even though that's an illegal request. So since we've been doing the whole road again, the city's budget has been starting to, like, you know, take the hit again. And so that's like a really important thing to note. And again, during the weekend, a lot of people love to have, like, you know, their little fast food. People love to go out to eat. So during the weekend is where you have the biggest economic impact. And also, again, all these motherfuckers need to resign. All these motherfuckers need to be marched out in handcuffs, and we will settle for nothing less. So in case anyone was, in case a critic is wandering onto this video and is wondering what our demands are for these motherfuckers to be marched out in handcuffs, plain and simple. And so we will not let up until that's done. And yeah, there you go. The family saw some more footage on Tuesday that basically confirms that Andrew did not retaliate or try to attack the police in any fashion. That was a lie. Andrew Womble just lied about that. And it also basically just showcased, like, it was only 16 minutes of heavily edited footage, not even continuous, where it's just, like, only footage of Andrew being murdered. So it's essentially like a fucking, like, greatest hits, like, snuff film compilation of their, like, family member being assassinated. And it's honestly horrifying. And so that's basically what happened as far as that's concerned. It's horrible, 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 horrible. And it's, as far as I'm concerned, it should only reinvigorate us. Will the video be made public? Not probably anytime soon, if ever at all. North Carolina is small town, small time, like, you know, southern state corruption, and it's key.